practice. Really changing that rhythm of breath, if you haven't already done so, to using the belly, letting it puff out and then come gently back in. Focusing on awareness of the breath, first feeling the belly, feeling how the ribs gently expand and there's a small movement in the chest. From there, bringing our awareness to feeling the air passing through both nostrils, perhaps. If you don't feel that awareness, just imagine it. Sharing the pranava together one time. Inhale, bring hands to heart center. If you'd like, visualize the white lotus at your heart center, pointing upward. Let's begin. Take a breath in. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Sharing the Gayatri mantra together. Take a breath in. Om Bhava Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And exhale, relax. Let's come into child's pose. Knees apart, crossing the big toes, extending the arms in front, opening up the shoulders. So for halasana, the warm-up is that we want to warm up the spine, the movement of the spine. We want to opening up the shoulders, warm up the neck so that it can really extend and flex. And of course, warm up the hamstrings. So we begin in child's pose. Let's hold here a little longer. Also focus on the breath, because remember, the breath gets a little bit inhibited when we're in that inverted position. So we really want to relax the diaphragm. Let's stay here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming to neutral tabletop. Inhale, come up to neutral tabletop. Again, you decide if you want to be on your forearms or your wrists as we do cow and cat. Inhale, look up, arching the back. Exhale, round the back, come into cat. Go ahead on your own. You'll see when you're on your forearms, it's the same movement, but the feeling is very, very different. But pushing through the shoulders is the same. Let's do 2 more, nice and slow, no rush. We'll meet back in neutral tabletop. In neutral tabletop, your feet are as wide as the side of your mat as we push up into downward facing dog or dolphin. As you exhale, push up and open up through the shoulders. Again, I don't care if you find movement here. People like to walk the dog. sway a little side to side or whatever. That's cool. Whatever's good for you to warm up. Short count as we begin for 4, 3, 2, 1. As you exhale, gently pass through plank. Hold. 4, 3, 2, 1. Neutral tabletop. Exhale, bring the knees down. Neutral tabletop. From here, puppy pose. As you exhale, come into puppy pose. Hold. Now, this can be quite severe on the neck, so please watch yourself. Know just how far you want to go down in terms of opening the shoulders and the neck for you. 4, 3, 2, 1. As you exhale, let's push back to child's pose. Holding here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Neutral tabletop. Inhale up to neutral tabletop. Next, inhale, plank. Hold. 8, 7, 6, 5. Keep pushing through the shoulders. 4, 3, 2, 1. Downward facing dog. As you exhale, lift the hips up. Open through the shoulders. If you need to, walk forward a bit. Place the feet a little closer together this time. Hold. Longer count of 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming out, back to neutral tabletop. Take a breath in. As you exhale, knees come down, neutral tabletop. Relax the toes, child's pose. Exhale, sitting back into child's pose. Four, 3, 2, 1. Vajrasana. Lift the head, lengthen the back as you inhale, sit on your knees, drawing the torso up, lightly resting palms on the thighs, roll the shoulders back, head is in neutral. So even here, even though I'm sitting down, I'm still not dumping my weight. I'm still lifting up out of my hip bones to lengthen the spine. If this is comfortable, stay here as we do a spinal twist. If it's not, go ahead and come into an easy seated pose with your legs crossed. Left hand goes to right thigh. Inhale the right arm up. Square off through the front, drop your shoulders. As you exhale, find the twist to the right, bring that left shoulder back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release the right hand behind you. Lower the head so that it's in neutral position. Look through the right corner of the right eye. Now, it's not that you're straining your eyes, okay? It's a gentle backward glance. Hold it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming out, keep looking backwards. Inhale, bring the right arm up behind you. And now as you exhale, come forward and release. Opposite side, right hand to the left thigh. Inhale the left arm up. Drop the shoulders, square off, lengthen the spine. Inhale, lengthen even more. Exhale, find the twist. Exhale again, bring the left hand behind you. Right shoulder is in line with the left. Look through the left eye. And hold. Don't tense up your breath here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep looking back. Inhale, bring the left arm up behind you. Exhale, release, come forward, and relieve the left hand down. Let's come onto our back now. Or actually, look at the screen for a minute. I want to show you, which you all have done it before, but I just want to show you some little nuances of the half bridge pose. So, you're looking at your screen. I have my feet planted. What I want you to see is that it is not necessary to have your thighs parallel to the mat, because not all of us can do it. And when I say us, I mean me. But what I can do is find movement here in the upper spine where I bring my sternum towards the chest, which brings the weight towards the shoulders, which is replicated in your halasana. So watch what I do. Take a breath in, exhale, contract, tilt, come up. My head never moves, it's always straight, looking up. So I've lifted up enough that I can bring my shoulders underneath me. So I bring my shoulders underneath. Now look at my breastbone. Look what happens. See how I bring it from here down, upward towards my chin. So even though my thighs are not lifted as high as some of you can do, which is great, by the way, don't stop doing it. Some of you can even put your hands underneath your lower back. That's also great. But the movement here is to bring the sternum towards the chin. So you need to lengthen and relax the neck. Bring the weight onto the upper shoulders. Don't worry so much about bringing the back up and the hip points up that you forget that we're bringing the sternum up and forward. And then I just roll the shoulders out and come out. Alrighty, so come into position. And let's begin. Take a breath in. Exhale, contract, tilt. Start bringing the hips up. When the hips are high enough, go ahead, roll the shoulders under. Place your hands wherever you can. Now really think about bringing the weight onto the upper shoulders, bringing the sternum towards the chin. Relax the neck. It has nothing to do. Okay. 8, 7. This is a good time to keep relaxed in your breath. Let the diaphragm do its own work. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming out. As you exhale, you gently release the shoulders, and then you roll back down. The last thing to undo is that pelvic tilt. Go ahead, stretch the legs out. Relax. Roll over, find your belt. And let's put it on the right foot. Come back to our supine position. Okay, remember that the extended leg on the mat, that position is just as important as the leg that we raise up. So square the hips off first. Gently lift the arch. Feel that awareness of the knee and the hip. Both hip points. Relax your shoulders. Chin is in neutral position. On an exhale, together, let's raise the right leg. Take a breath in. Exhale, contract, tilt, float that right leg up. Hang on to the belt, and let's see if we can find a nice lengthening through the hamstring. Do your best not to let that right hip rise up. You want it level with the left hip. Elbows are on the ground, taking the weight into your biceps. So relax the shoulders, relax the neck. Easy breath, it's really important. Try not to tense up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. To release, you want to think about hinging out of your right hip to elongate the leg as you exhale and bring it down. So go ahead, everyone, exhale. Slowly bring that leg down. But you're taking the weight in your hands still, okay? You're not introducing tension here. Take the weight into your hands as you extend the leg slowly down to the mat. Simply step the left foot inside the loop, free up the right. Square off once more. And together, take a breath in. Exhale, contract, tilt, float that left leg up. Make adjustments with your hands. Square off, relax, take the weight into the biceps. Integrity of that right leg. And hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Oh, I think I'm counting too fast. Let's go 4, 3, 2, and 1. Again, releasing the leg, taking the weight into your hands. Take a breath in. As you exhale, gently release. Extend the leg back down towards the mat. And at the bottom, go ahead, step the right foot inside. All together, raising the leg up high. Take a breath in. Exhale, contract, tilt, float the leg up. Adjust the belt as needed. Let's see if we can lengthen a little bit more. Hold 8, 7. Relax your shoulders. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This time we're going to do it different. We're going to lift the left leg up. So all together, take a breath in. Exhale, contract, tilt, float that left leg up. When it meets the right, step in. Take the right out. In control, all together. Let's release the right leg down. Take a breath in. And in control, exhale, release that right leg down to the mat. See if you can deepen the lengthening of the left leg. Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently releasing all together. Take a breath in. As you exhale, extend the leg back down the mat, taking the weight as best you can into the belt. And at the bottom, release the belt. Just put it to one side. And one more move to help open up the hips. Supine butterfly. So you simply bend both knees, bring the soles of the feet together as close to your body as you can, and let the knees fall to the sides. Let's extend the arms overhead, letting the back of the hand rest on the mat. Again, find that easy breath for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. As you exhale, extend both legs back down, knees to chest. Take a breath in, exhale, contract, tilt, float the knees towards the chest. Inhale, release the hands, bring them to the knees, draw the knees towards the chest. Relax through the hips, lifting the head. Inhale, lift the head up. Just draw yourself up into a little ball. Really rounding the shoulders here, but not letting the shoulders come up to the ears. So here I'm inhibiting the diaphragm just a little bit because of the pressure of the thighs on the torso, replicating a little bit of the feeling you have in halasana. Let's hold here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rolling up into Dandasana, extend the arms. Take a breath in. As you exhale, roll forward, extend, Dandasana, exhale and release. All right, let's bring our mats, if they're not already there, to a wall. I think I'll demonstrate with a sideways version for you to look at. And if you need a frontal version, just speak up. All right, let me get my mat in place. There's a whole method to safely get on the wall. So some of you probably remember this from last year. Remember, in an inversion, once you're in the inversion, you do not move your head from side to side. So, to get started, I have my right shoulder to the wall. Take the left elbow and I come down on my side and I push my butt so it's touching the wall. Now from here, I can come down and push even more. I'm resting on my side and I just lift my legs up and I have legs on the wall and my butt's also on the wall. Just watch, okay? Plant both feet hip width apart. Don't move the head. As I inhale, I simply come up like this. When you do this position, you're going to feel the pressure on the top part of your shoulder and that top vertebrae between the upper back and the neck. You shouldn't have pain in your neck. If you do, then only come up this far perhaps. Then the neck is a little bit more free, but you're feeling the weight on the shoulders. Okay, so let's all start there. Go ahead, come on up. And remember, use your good judgment. Okay, we're all up. Now, if you find that you placed your feet too far down below and it's not comfortable, walk your feet up the wall just a little bit so that you have a nice feeling between knee to ankle to foot to wall. If you can place your hips high enough, take your hands and put them underneath your lower back or at your hips. Thumbs pointing in, fingers pointing out. Now, at this point, you can really feel your sternum coming towards your chest. You may need to roll your shoulders behind you even more, bringing your shoulders towards the wall to make more room between your ears and your shoulders. Feel it? You're looking up. Okay, for those of you who feel that this is enough, you stay here and come down whenever you want. For those of you who would like to continue, your feet are hip-width apart. Move your right foot on the wall until it's in the middle. So have the distance. With this stability, you can free up the left foot and point it straight up towards the ceiling. Both knees are in line with one another. Good. Let's switch sides. Gently bend the left knee, put it at the midline on the wall, and bring the right foot up. Knees are in line with one another. Let's switch. Bring that right foot down. Extend the left foot. Okay, you can continue doing this as long as you feel good about the pressure on your upper back and neck, all right? If you would like, from this position, simply let that extended left leg come down towards the mat behind you. Flex the foot. It may or may not touch. Don't worry about it. Just feel this position right here. So there's weight in your hands now, right? You feel some weight in your hands. It's equal with the weight on your shoulders. You're not quite yet into full halasana. Let's come out. Go ahead, raise that left leg up towards the ceiling again. And let's release the left foot into the midline on the wall. Right side, extend the right foot up. It's facing the sky. As you exhale, extend that leg down. It's not going to touch, but you're going to feel weight in your hands. And let's bring it back up towards the sky. Bend the right knee, place it on the wall, widen your stance, hip width apart. And now exhale, gently come down, release the hands, release the back and shoulders. You come back down, hips are on the ground, legs are extended up, and just relax. Let's gently move the head a little bit. Inhale, look neutral. Exhale, gently turn to the right. Inhale, come back to neutral. And exhale, look to the left. 2 more times. Inhale, look up. Exhale to the right. Inhale back up. Exhale left. Inhale neutral. Exhale right. Inhale neutral. And exhale left. Okay. We're going to go through this whole cycle again. If this was not comfortable, please go back to that half bridge that we did. Remember, we're all in different stages, And so we will build up our conditioning of the diaphragm and of the flexibility and the muscle control slowly and at different paces. So you can either do a bridge, or if you're still on the wall, let's plant the feet hip width apart. Now we have a little better idea of how high up the wall we want. Take a breath in. Exhale, contract, tilt, bring the hips up, shifting the weight onto the shoulders. Roll the shoulders behind you. If you can, place your hands underneath your back. Now you don't want to crunch up at the neck, which means you really need to bring those shoulders underneath you so that you have a nice long neck and there's nice distance between your ear and your shoulder. From here, take that right foot, slide it to the midline. Inhale, lift the left leg up towards the sky. Left knee and right knee more or less are in line. Exhale, extend the left leg behind you. It may or may not touch, don't worry. Hold. Now here, it's interesting. You can actually push your shoulders down a little bit more into the mat, right? Feel how you have that maneuverability? Coming out, inhale, bring the leg back up. Exhale, bring it back on the wall at midline. Right leg, inhale, lift it up towards the sky. Right knee and left knee in position. As you exhale, go ahead, extend that right leg behind you. Push through the shoulders. Feel that maneuverability, that little bit of movement that you have. Coming out, inhale, lift up. And exhale, bring it back. Exhale, release, bring the hips all the way down. From here, knees to chest. As you exhale, bring the head up towards your knees. Scrunch up into a little ball. You can stay here or roll from side to side, whatever is good for you. And release. All right. Next move is the full halasana. You can stay on the wall if you'd like and just go through that sequence if you feel more comfortable. If you do halasana, I'd like you to watch first what I'm doing because there's a couple different positions that you can do, okay, once you get into the full position. Tuck this in. So, let's start from sitting. It's easier. We'll just roll back. I'm in Dandasana. You're watching the screen. I simply roll back, place my hands, and roll back. Now, in this position, my knees are bent, just my tippy toes are touching. I've got my hands still down here. This is a really nice way to begin, especially if we do not yet have the lengthening of the hamstring. From here, if you can, you bring your shoulders under and your hands underneath your hips. Then you can straighten out the feet. Now, actually I can't see it, but you can have more of a rounded back in this position, or you can bring your hips a little up more. So it can be anywhere from this to this. The difference is really your cervical vertebrae and the tension in your neck and shoulders. I'm not going to say that one is better than the other. What I will say is you want distance between your ear and your shoulder. So do not try and bring your hips further over your shoulders if you lose the distance between the shoulder and the ear. Okay? You can also just rest your knees on top like this if you don't yet have the lengthening of the hamstring. All right, go ahead. Roll back. I actually might watch you guys if you don't mind. If you really don't want me to watch you, just say something. Nice, Emma. I love your shoulder position. Very good. That was nice, Mia, from what I could see from the back. Lisa, I like your shoulder and your neck position. Very nice. Can't really see you, Barbara, but you look comfortable. Okay, exhale and come on out. Okay. Any issues or questions? Nice. All of you have I really like the stability that I saw on your shoulders. That looked really, really great. Is there anybody here who wants to try shoulder stand? Okay. So you felt good, Mia, right? Okay. Emma, have you ever done a shoulder stand? Okay. I'm going to do a shoulder stand from the wall. So I think that Emma and me, well, Mia, you've done it before, but Emma, if you want to do it off the wall first, it's really nice. Lisa, I was looking at your position. Unless you have something that I don't know about, shoulder stand sometimes is easier than plow pose. So off the wall, you look pretty good in your shoulder and neck. So watch me first, guys, and just listen to how I do it. Speaker view. Okay. The reason why a wall is nice is that we can do a shoulder stand with just one leg at a time up. So I do the same thing. Come sideways, butt, lay down, come up. Okay. In shoulder stand, it's the same thing. We do not move our head, and we're always trying to elongate the neck by having distance between the shoulder and the ear. So plant my feet, hip width apart. Exhale, lift up. This time I'm bringing these hip points a little more up, like this. Now here, I feel like I've shortened the distance, so I'm bringing the shoulders back. The breastbone is still coming towards the chin. Hands underneath you. Bring the right foot to the midline. Come up. Take the weight into your hips and bring the foot up. Now, this is more, I can't talk, but that's more of a full shoulder stand, okay? Here. This is called half shoulder stand. And this is a good place to start. There's definitely weight in your hands and forearms and elbows. But look where my hip points are versus that one. To come out, pass through the halfway point, bend one leg, find the wall first. Feel stable here, then the other one, and come down. Alrighty, so go ahead. Nice, Barbara. Nice, Emma. Good, Lise. Okay, now use, even though you're in a halfway point, see how your feet are going over your head? Use your core muscles and see if you can bring your legs behind you just a little bit, more towards the wall. Your hips don't have to move, but you can lengthen your legs. Oh, nice. I saw the difference. I see the difference. See how you engage the core and the hip flexors just a little bit to straighten those legs up. Good. Let's see if we can hold it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend one knee, find the wall. Find the other one and gently come out. Beautiful. Let's come out, come into the middle of your mat, knees to chest, roll from side to side. Yeah, I really like that because you figured out how to extend through the legs, use the core muscles to really lengthen your shoulder stand. That was great. Let's all meet in the middle, chest, knees to chest. Open the arms to the side for a nice spinal twist. Take a breath in. As you exhale, knees to right, you look to the left. Now let's see if we can bring our arms to be in the same plane so that they're not lifting up, but they're actually, can't even think of the word right now, parallel to one another. Easy breath here. Allow the stillness to elongate that spine. And all together coming out, take a breath in, exhale, contract, tilt, and come to the other side. As you get to the other side, find that nice stillness equalizing position for knees, hips, shoulders, and neck. All together coming out of the pose, take a breath in. As you exhale, contract, tilt, roll to the center. From there, let's just roll up to an easy seated pose. So it may not seem like it, but actually a shoulder stand is a warm-up pose. It's a heating pose. It heats up and gets circulation and such going. A headstand is actually a cooling posture. But in many schools and traditions, we use the shoulder stand towards the end of the class. So it's nice to do a calming balancing technique after that. So after the shoulder stand or plow pose, it's good to do some kind of a supine twist like we just did. And we're also going to do 3 minutes of alternate nostril breathing to balance the energies that we just heated up. All right? So coming into position. Remember, you start on the left with an exhale, you end on the left with an exhale. Go ahead and start. I'll do the timing. There's no rush, but as you finish the cycle on the left side, release both hands down, or the one hand, and breathe through both nostrils. Now, some of you may feel perfectly relaxed here. You can stay here, or you can gently come down into Savasana for 3 minutes, whichever is good for you. And gently coming back to awareness, whether you're in Savasana or in a seated position. Start moving your toes and your fingers, wrists and ankles. Knees and elbows, shoulders and hips. Neck, spine, And then let's roll over on our right hand side. And on your next exhale, go ahead, come to a seated position. Go ahead and open your eyes if they're not already open. So what we did today, if you find that you're getting cramping or more tension than you usually have in your upper shoulders and neck, then that means that we need to go a little slower as you build up to this pose, okay? If you don't feel anything, then fine. You can keep continuing on and refining the posture more and more, but definitely if there's some discomfort, then we need to enter it a little more slowly. All right, let's close the class. Inhale, hands to heart center. Sharing the pranava together one time. Take a breath in. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Exhale, bowing down to the teacher within. And inhale, come back up. Eyes open, full awareness.